Great tragedy has rocked the Tauren tribes and shaken their once stalwart devotion to the Horde. A disagreement between the new Orc war chief Garrosh Hellscream and the beloved Tauren chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof led to a duel that ended in Cairn's death. With his loss, the vile matriarch Magatha Grimtotem launched a murderous attack, attempting to seize control of Thunder Bluff for herself. However, Cairn's brave son, Bane Bloodhoof, successfully repelled the attack and banished the surviving Grimtotem to the farthest reaches of the land. Under Bane's hopeful leadership, the Tauren people now seek to heal their wounds and restore the balance between the various factions of the Horde. To this end, a new generation of Tauren Sunwalkers has arisen to lead their people into the light of a new dawn and the promise of rebirth. As a proud tribesman of Mulgore, you must uphold the honor of your people and safeguard the lands of your ancestors.
Hello, welcome to World of Warcraft, the Tauren starting zone. This is a series where we go through and play all the starting zones of all the races, focusing on all the lore and storytelling, the racial storytelling of the zones. World of Warcraft's starter zones are all pretty good. So we're going to just read each text quest and get to about level 10 or so until we get out of Mulgore, which is this zone right here. So we need to talk to Chief Hawkwind.
Oh.
The first step. What you see here is the work of the Quilboar, Young One. Year after year, they have encroached on our village. The great cataclysm finally drove them from their dens to spread like locusts across the land. And now you see the result. My own mother, dead from their savagery. Today you are of age. Today you will take up your weapon and fight for the tribe and avenge the Great Mother. Follow the path to the east and find my son, Gruul. He will lead you in our strike against the Quilboar.
We shall meet again.
So the Quilboar are like pig humanoids, and then before the expansion of Cataclysm, they were all kind of in this area, but the Cataclysm brought them all out. So they're being much more aggressive, as we can see, them fighting all around us. We are a Tauren druid, so we will later be able to change into animals. Let's see, we need to talk to Gruul. Gruul Hawkwind.
Well met.
Behold, Brawl. The very presence of the bristleback is a blight. Nothing is left in their wake but corpses and barren land. Camp Narache could become what we see here in but a few days unless we stand and fight. This will be your rite of strength, the first ceremony of a Tauren brave. Go into the heart of the Thorn Snarl and kill Bristleback Quilboar, and then return to me.
Farewell.
Alright. So our first ability is Wrath, the cast. Nothing special, just does nature damage. Gotta kill 6 of these guys.
The target.
Alright, 2 more. They recently did a model update. They look pretty good. Before they were very, very pixelated. Alright, that's the Quilboar. And go back and talk to Gruul.
Peace, friend.
You fought well, Brawl. We may yet be saved. So we can't use swords because we're druids, so we got Moonfire. Our tribe imprisoned. Despite their size, the Bristleback greatly outnumber us. A pack ambush can easily overwhelm even the largest Tauren. Many new initiates have taken up arms to defend our home. Some have given their lives, but others have been captured. Please find their cages and free them. The battle should keep the Quilboar distracted.
Ancestors watch over you.
Okay. So now our second ability is Moonfire, an instant cast that does damage over time. Let's see, where are the cages? Looking for cages. There we go. Yeah. They're like burning all this land right here. Crazy. Really like the Tauren starter zone. It's one of my favorites. Just like nice big open spaces. Makes you feel like you're actually there, you know? Let's see. I think my first character ever was a Tauren warrior. Right, and go back to talk to Gruul. Really like the music in this area.
What brings you here?
Thanks to you, our people are free to fight for our home. Go to Adana. We've struck a great blow against the Quilboar here. I will stay here and hold the line, but you need to move on. See Adana Thunderhorn. She has taken a few braves to the southwest to root out the rest of the bristleback. Okay.
Careful.
We got a few pieces of armor. We will equip those. We will head to Adana. The armor is pretty negligible at this point, but every little bit helps. I also like their the kudos are their kodos, however you say it, are their racial mounts. Adana
Well
Thunderhorn.
met.
More trials lay ahead, Brawl. I hope you're prepared.
What?
It is my role to test young initiates on the ways of the hunt. And that hasn't changed. Today the Quilboar are our prey. One of the first lessons you should learn, Brawl, is to never underestimate your prey. While we were distracted by the attack on Camp Narache, more of the bristlebacks swept in unnoticed and stole a cache of our rifles. You can see them to the excuse me, you can see them to the south now, filling the air with lead. This is your right of courage, brave. The hail of gunfire, hunt the bristleback gun thieves, and bring back our rifles.
We shall meet again.
Stop the thorn callers. Knowing the ways of your prey is another aspect of the hunt. In the lands they come from, Quilboar live in the shade and protection of huge thorned roots. When they move, their shamans seed and grow new roots for them to live in. Those thorns mar the land and choke out other life, turning the earth around them barren. Go to the south and stop these thorn callers before they have a chance to continue Brawl.
Farewell.
Alright. Now we got a healing ability, regrowth. Let's hit auto loot and action bars. I like action bars. We'll put the healing here. We'll put the racial. Our racial ability is War Stomp. It's really good. It does a stun. Here's the gun thief. Hit him with the raft. I think we'll hit everybody actually. We'll just pull all these mobs. We can do War Stomp and it'll stun everybody around us, which is very helpful. Alright, there it is. There's one. There's one. There's one. I'm gonna pick up their rifles though.
Targets first.
It's weird, you wouldn't think the Tauren would be in, like, their ranged weapon of choice would be a rifle. You'd think it'd be more of a bow or something. There's the thorn callers. Summoning roots, apparently. Oh, goodness. I might need to heal, actually. Probably should have watched my health a little bit better. Druids are pretty robust because they have a lot of utility to heal, to slow down mobs, to do a lot of stuff. Oh, so they're casting Thorn Bristleback on physical damage inflicted to melee targets. So when they're close to me, they're doing more damage. That makes sense. All right, this is the last. No, we need one more Thorn Call after this. There it is. Alright, now we need to go back and talk to Adana. Alright, now talking to Adana,
Oh,
Thunderhorn.
yay.
How many have you brought, Initiate? Well done, Brawl. Respect your prey and the danger it carries, but never fear it. In fear, you become the prey yourself.
Winds be acrobat.
With the corruption slain, the Earth Mother will mend her own wounds in due time. The roots are not meant to thrive here, and will wither. Balance will return.
May the eternal sun shine.
The battle
upon thee.
boars. There are more threats to be dealt with here. The bristlebacks are taming wild boars to be used against us. These armored battle boars have been abused beyond hope of recovery. They must be put down for our safety and for their peace. Go to the pens to the south and slay them, Brawl, and return to me afterwards.
Winds be acrobat.
We must do more than simply hunt boars here. The eyesore that has been left upon the land must be purged. To give them a wild thirst for blood, the battle boars are force-fed raw flesh. Take this torch and use it to burn the troughs of meat and gore to
We
cinders.
shall meet again.
Okay. So they're feeding them raw meat to make them, and torturing them to make them vicious. I put on a few of these heirloom armors. They look a little bit better than the ones you start with. And they don't, I guess they give me stats, so it makes it a little bit faster to kill things. Alright, War Stomp. But I just want to focus on the story, so we got roots. So this is our first crowd control ability. We can put roots on a target, and they're rooted in place. If I attack them, it leaves the root up, so more helpful for player versus player content, but still, if you're in a dicey situation, you could root something and then get away from it. Can be helpful, very helpful. Right, we need 3 more, so we're just gonna pull 3 more here. There it is. Alright, then we need to burn the troughs. Yeah, they put like metal all over them. Crazy. You think if it was their like war machines, they would guard them a little bit better. They're just out here with no fence and no guards to protect them. Plane Strider. Looks like an ostrich. Alright. Back to Adana. In Classic, all over here to the right is a spot you quest in.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
Good work, Brawl. These beasts could have done a greater threat than the Quilboar themselves if we had not taken action now.
Farewell.
You've not only wiped the boar pens clean, but put a stop to the horrible desecration. Well done. Right of honor. Chief Squealer Thornmantle leads these Quilboar. It was he that set upon the Great Mother Hawkwind and took her life, leading the attack on Camp Narache. He fled and hid afterwards, but we found him. He lurks to the west within his foul den of thorns, fending off any braves we send in after him. You've proven yourself as a brave defender of our people. Brawl, kill Thornmantle and bring his mane back to Chief Hawkwind in honor of the Great Mother.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Alright, so this Quilboar is the one that killed Hawkwind's mother, who was the leader of Camp Narache before. Looks like he's down this way. In a recent patch, they put this little marker here to kind of tell you where to go, which is helpful. I like how Warcraft does the navigating on the map. It shows you on the map where to go, shows you visually where to go. Sometimes other RPGs are really difficult to find where you're supposed to go. Thorn Guard. These guys look really cool. Look at that. Those guys look sweet.
I need to target something first.
Alright. There he is. So it begins. War Stomp. Root him. He died. The tick of the Moonfire killed him. There's his mane. Alright, back to Camp Narache. I just love that this zone is like really good at just like, yeah, you got some quests, but just the openness of it really makes you kind of slow down and just kind of take in the sights. You know, I think that's something kind of special about this starter zone. All right, talk to Chief Aquin here.
Well met.
Have you completed your trials, young one? The chief of the Bristleback is slain. Great Mother Hawkwind's spirit has been avenged. Last rites, first rites. The camp is safe and the Quilboar driven off. All thanks to you, young one. You have my personal thanks for what you have done for my mother, my son, and all of us. It is now time to put Great Mother Hawkwind to rest. Lay the final offering at her feet, Brawl, and we will say our goodbye.
With me at your back.
Into your arms we give one of our own. May your spirit fly to swiftly, may the winds carry you gently, and the grass whisper your name.
I've been expecting.
There's balance in all things. As Great Mother Hawkwind's spirit takes its final journey, you will begin your first. Today you have undertaken a rite of passage for far more difficult than we ask of most of our youths. Be proud. Now it is time for you to continue on your journey to the west. Beyond the burial ground, you will find a path winding up the mesa. Follow it to the top. Speak with Daimel Windsor. Walk with the Earth Mother friend, and you will always be welcome here.
Be careful.
Okay. So we need to go up top. I'm going to sell this stuff to these vendors.
Well met.
Because I just got all this stuff. I'm just going to sell. We don't have a belt, however. No, oh, we do have a belt.
Go in peace.
Sell that belt. Alright, so we'll head up to the mesa. Really like all the races are kind of molded after some kind of real life race. So the Tauren are inspired by like the Native American culture. So lots of teepees, totems. Their music's mostly flutes and like drums. So I think that's really cool. They have very Native American names as well. That's pretty cool. So the dwarves are kind of, you know, what you would expect from any dwarf. The Draenei, I think, are kind of Russian. The goblins are kind of mob bosses. So the Worgen are kind of like gypsies. Wow, look at that. Look at that. I love this zone. This zone is so cool. And that straight ahead is the gate that they built later on. So we need to talk to Daimel Windsor. If you are prepared to leave Camp Narache behind, I will help call the spirits to guide you onwards. Look, Brawl, the rolling plains of Mulgore stretch before you. Our home, the cradle of the Earth Mother. Here, she provides us with all we could ever need, a peaceful, verdant land. This is what you fight to protect. Your journey will take you far beyond your sheltering arms, the farthest, cruelest regions of this world and beyond. Below us is Bloodhoof Village. The first step in your true path begins now. Drink deep in the water of vision, and let the spirit guide you onward.
We shall meet again.
Drink the water of vision. Well. Cool, does it take us down there? That's cool. Yeah, I forgot, the Tauren are all about these, like, spirit animals and stuff. I like the contrast between what the Quilboar have been doing and like what the Tauren are doing. That's pretty cool. Over there to the right is where the Quilboar have been living. That's the Great Gate. And down here is Bloodhoof Village. Amo Thunderhorn.
Greetings.
Right of the Winds. Welcome to Bloodhoof Village, hero. I'm glad the spirits have guided you safely here. Alright, so we are in Bloodhoof Village, and we will continue questing in the zone of Mulgore for the Tauren starter experience in the next episode.